Hello, everyone, and welcome on the HERTribe. Today, we have someone very special with us on the HERTribe, and I'm a little nervous about that. We have with us a child prodigy, and I'm speaking for the first time with someone so special and super talented, Miss Hasini Lakshminarayanan. So welcome, Hasini, on the HERTribe.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here, and I'm super excited. So yeah, thanks for inviting
Oh, am I? Wonderful having you here, Hasini. I'm so excited to have you here. So please share with our viewers something about yourself.
Okay, so yeah, once again, it's my honor and pleasure to be here, and I'm glad that I'm the first, child you're probably interviewing or having an interaction with. So to begin with, I'm currently in 8th grade. I'm Hasini Lakshminarayanan. I'm 13 years old. I'm from Chennai. I am a social entrepreneur, also a social influencer. I run an organization called The First Step, where we inspire, motivate, and empower children. I have a team of 20 children, and together we are on this mission of empowering children. So what we basically do is post content all around in all of our social medias. And I also have a website, so we post blogs, some writing, some videos. I interview young achievers, and I've interviewed about 90 plus young achievers as part of such. I'm also a writer for the Hindu School edition, and yeah, I again write about young achievers. That's people who achieved at a young age, and as far as for such, I've written about 50 to 60 plus articles, I guess. And moving on, I'm a young nutritional ambassador for the ICDS, Integrated Child Development Services of Government of Tamilnadu, and we spread awareness about all kind of nutritional stuff, how adolescent girls should take care about their health, how should they treat their menarche.
So wonderful to have you here on the HERTribe. I'm absolutely in an awe, and I'm so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So it is so inspiring, so wonderful. Tell me, how do you do all this? And okay, before we move on, tell me what is it? Something very exciting you mentioned about you are a nutrition ambassador for the government. What is it all about?
Well, I wanted to take empowerment, spreading awareness to the next platform, and immediately what struck to my mind is to do it in a bigger scale. And I thought pitching out to the government might be really helpful for me, because it's a huger scale, right? So yeah, I got an opportunity from ICDS to be a nutritional ambassador. So what my job here is to spread awareness about why nutrition is important, even simpler topics, why breakfast is the first meal of the day and why people should consume it, right? So yeah, more topics like what is adolescent period, how girls should keep their menstrual hygiene on a point, and
That's so amazing, Hasini. I just can't believe that you're doing so much at this young age. That is so amazing. But tell me, this prompts me to a question that, at this age, I hear so many people talking about distractions, and, every generation has distractions of their own sorts. So we used to have some different kind of distractions. Today, we hear technology or social media to be one of the biggest distractions. So how do you manage to stay away from it, or do you think it's a blessing in some way? What are your views on that?
Well, there is a say, right? Everything has its own pros and cons, and then when it comes to social media, it depends on the person, right? So yeah, everybody has this very much big of attraction towards, especially the youth, the teenagers, Instagram, and I don't think most of us are on Facebook though, but Instagram is one thing which I notice. And secondly, everybody is there on YouTube, at least as viewers. And moving on, I don't think many people are aware about LinkedIn, the younger generation, and how it can really be helpful in general, because even I didn't know LinkedIn existed before somebody introduced me to it. And being on LinkedIn for about just 6 to 7 months, I reached about 2,000 connections, which I felt really, really grateful for. And because LinkedIn is a platform which gave me more opportunities. And of course, I was also addicted to social media at a point. But then looking back to it, once I realized that it can also be helpful for students to explore, learn, and to start your career from it. Not your career, maybe just work out a few stuff, explore a lot. Then I feel like social media is a great platform and a very affordable one to use.
Well, Hasini, having such mature thoughts at your age, I am so glad that your clarity of thoughts is amazing. And you know, if more and more kids start thinking or believing or taking the social media as you do, I'm sure the world will be absolutely a different place altogether. And this also makes me think about, you know, even in your generation, every age group has relatively a different set of distractions or issues. Like younger kids may be more intrigued towards Instagram and Snapchat, while little elder ones, teenagers, 20-year-olds, they are more attracted towards gaming and all. You know, we've heard about the PUBG and some other games, which even, you know, become a big issue at some stage. What are your thoughts? How can the youth be more empowered, or how can they take it in a better stride?
Well, yeah, so of course there are so many people distracted towards games and mobile, just playing PUBG, or there are many more other games, I guess, but PUBG is banned, unfortunately. Yeah, moving on. So there is this person called Namya Joshi. She's a very, very special friend of mine. She used gamification as a mode of education to teach more people using Minecraft. So why not take it more fun, make it more useful and something which can benefit you, rather than wasting your time with just gaming? Or of course, I'm not against gaming, like you should never play these kind of games on Fortnite or Free Fire or PUBG. You can, but there's this limit or amount of time where you can use it to do useful stuff, maybe do what you like doing, explore a lot, instead of just sitting on your mobile phone and playing stuff which will mentally also affect you. So rather use gamification, to make your studies more fun and exciting. It's do something useful by end of the day, and even if you learn something while playing games, then it's a good sign. Just don't completely waste your time. And yeah, that's probably one message which I want to pass
Such a
on.
wonderful message, Hasini. I'm so impressed. So what would be your message to the youth to empower themselves in just one quick statement?
One quick statement. Okay, this is the mode of the first step too. All of us have the same neurology. If it is possible for others, it's possible for me. So yeah, just I actually never knew the true meaning of this statement before I started interviewing these young children.
Wonderful. This is
So
such a strong thought, such a strong thought. Moving on, what would be your thoughts on women empowerment? You being a girl, though you're very, very young, it could be a big question, but I'm sure you are mature enough to have your own views about it. Since, you know, women have not had it all as glorious as it could be, and they've not had it very easy in life. And every generation, again, has had a different set of concerns and issues. Lots been talked about for women empowerment. What are your views on that?
Well, to begin with, generation to generation, I definitely feel that we are evolving, because I see my grandmother didn't have much education, just having simple knowledge about maths and science, she survived. And my mom, though she went to college, she was educated. And me, now she studied in a normal government school. Now I've moved on to, CBSE. So I see a lot of people, that's girl children, having so many other opportunities today. And all the religious culture that women should stay at home, just cooking, just taking care of the whole family, that has changed too. But the other way around, I also see some in some places, or even the recent issues which is going in Karnataka, women are being discouraged and again being put back. So SDG goal number 5, gender inequality, should definitely take in place, and it should be achieved by 2030, as it mentioned. What are my thoughts about women empowerment? Yeah, women are capable of everything. Just the same which everybody would share probably. To explain it more beautifully in my perspective, I would rather say that women empowerment is something which all women will perform and will support at some point of their life. Just that they should understand that they are capable of everything, and rather than being demotivated that women can't do this or that, rather just give it a try. Maybe even if you fail, that'll be a lesson for you to improve in your next stage. So that's the only thing which I want to pass on, because even I had a mindset that I wouldn't be fit to go into media, because I come from a Brahmin family, very, very much cultured, and usually we supposed to going into media is not a very easy pace for me. But then, of course, I made it through. I'm in YouTube, I'm in LinkedIn, I'm in Instagram, I'm in Facebook. Pretty much everything which you can think of. So when you start believing that even girl children have opportunities to do more, then just give it a try. It'll be fun. Even if you fail, it'll still be fun because you get to learn a lot. So yeah, that's basically
Wonderfully explained. I'm so impressed. So Hasini, you beautifully explained your perspective on women empowerment, and that is so apt and so rightly said for your own age. Rather, you've summed it up so well for the past generations, your generation, and for the coming ones. And this prompts me to the next question. And you mentioned about the SDG goals, which I'm so glad that you are following it. Then what are your views on the gender inequality or diversity and inclusion, D&I? So what would be your thoughts on that?
Okay, so I'm also an social influencer, as I already mentioned. I too spread awareness about the SDG goals. So one main or one personal favorite SDG goal of mine is gender inequality. So my thoughts about it is just that even after the literacy rate in India has increased, even after people being educated, of course, I'm not saying that women are not having opportunities. We as humans have definitely evolved from what it was in the past, but taking it back to what it was in the past is also being an issue right now. Like the issue in Karnataka, like the hijab thing, or even not only women but transgenders. I don't want to mention that as transgenders though, but I couldn't find any better word rather than that. Yes, people who want to feel as like women, they are also not having as many opportunities as they should have. You can definitely be more inspiring and motivating for the younger people to look at. And there are many personalities already who've made it through. Muniba Mazari, well, she's my favorite speaker. So, and she's the Iron Lady of Pakistan. There are more other people who've made it through. And I feel like even though you don't stand out as a very successful person, or as an example to people. Don't be a bad influence that you stayed back. Your family just didn't support you. So that's the only reason you were hold back home. Talking about Muniba Mazari, her story is very, very special. She did have a marriage at 18. She did go through an accident. She went through stuff which not any woman could possibly go through, and she still stands out to be an inspiration for many more other people. So yeah, just don't be a bad influence. And to all the other men out there, or people who provide opportunities for women, big hearts and loves to you. I always say that age is just a number. It doesn't matter if you're 3 or 53. It matters on what you can possibly do. So I'm really thankful and grateful for the people who provide opportunities for me and my whole friend community here. So yeah, that's the only thing which I'm...
Absolutely wonderfully put up, Hasini. I am only thinking, how do you get so much knowledge, maturity to put your thoughts in beautiful words? I am so impressed, and you've put it so rightly. And if, even a few more people, few percentage of people start thinking like that, both men and women, girls and boys, world will be such a wonderful place to live in. So love to you, my blessings to you. And I'm sure there's such a long way to go, and I'm very sure you're going to do wonders. Thanks for coming in on the HERTribe, and I'm sure you have inspired so many people around us, so many youth around us. And I won't shy away from saying you are absolutely an ambassador for youth empowerment and going forward on women empowerment. We look forward to have much more inspiring thoughts from you. In case any closing message you want to share for our audience, please go ahead.
Well, this would rather be for children rather than women, but definitely you can take it forward. So, yeah, just don't have age as a barrier, or that you are a woman and you're not capable of doing something which you actually want to do. Rather take it forward that, I'm weird. I'm just 13 and I'm an entrepreneur. That
You
makes
are wonderful. I must say, you are wonderful. You are awesome.
So this is something which I want to pass on. And also just that, when, I of course love that I'm an entrepreneur, and, I never even knew that entrepreneurship, this term existed. Rather, I just used to say business people who used to make money, who used to have this headaches at my age, having so much pressure on top. But getting into this field and getting to know how it works is just incredible. It's just not about making money. So don't have a wrong side opinion about entrepreneurship. It's just not about making money. And
Absolutely.
have an adventure.
Thank you so much, Hasini. My love and blessing to you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.